Who the hell wants easier moderation? Go away. Wait, where's my video? There. It's not going to let me pause it yet, is it? Well, we're live. Hello everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we all doing today? I am Sir Sick, your host and attractive person. I say person. Yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to do the, actual decent intro shit. I used to do that and then I stopped because I couldn't be fucking asked anymore. But I am still here with your... What do you call you? Like a side host? Side piece? The lady who lives in my house. Mrs. Sick.
What lady?
Sorry.
Have you seen how I'm sat? Is this ladylike?
The human female who lives in my house.
I'm watching cats adore their humans.
Before that, you were watching cats ruin people's fucking houses. Yeah. Which is obviously a very, very important research topic.
Also, I've joined a group called Disapproving Corgis.
She keeps fucking showing me pictures of corgis that look a little bit annoyed.
They're adorable.
Well, it's the one kind of dog that I could get that you'd be just 100% behind, regardless of smell.
I like corgis because they're stumpy.
Anybody got a spare corgi? So I can have a dog. Lady lumps. I don't think that's an appropriate name for her.
Is that right?
You're not lumps.
I'm lumpy.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing, is it? You aren't a multiple... I don't know. Maybe I've just got this over-the-top thinking about lumps in that it would be separate, obvious piles. Piles, that's a good name for you because you're a pain in the arse. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'll hit you with the hairbrush.
I want to pretend, don't tempt me, but I'd be so fucking annoyed if you started whacking my ass with a hairbrush. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I ain't into that shit. Fred Flintstone had Dino. Okay. Or Dino. I guess his name was Dino the Dino. But what the fuck has that got to do with anything?
What the fuck has this got to do with
Dinosaurs were pets to ancient giants. Right. I should read up further, but, blind. For whiskey, as we know it solves everything. Thank you, Anders. I will partake. Oh, look. I already have one. Amazing. What a coincidence. But, yeah. Oh, that's a point. I've actually got, what's it called?
Ow.
That does sound painful. Maybe if your hair weren't so fucking knotty.
Because it's so long. I need a haircut.
Well, you can't have one of those. That involves going out.
Well, I could if I went to a place somewhere. I like the idea though now, because hairdressers have been told that they're not allowed to talk to their customers, just to prevent the spread.
Yeah.
So they have to give people's haircuts with a mask on in silence. I'm like, I need a haircut now. That'd be great. Can I go now?
Hey man, I appreciate your videos and humour. I work as a cop in America and your videos help me laugh amidst the awful things I see. Thanks man. Keep me sane. You're welcome dude, and oof, that's all I gotta say. There's fucked up shit both directions in that, and wow, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near any of it. Which is why it stays away from these. Yeah. But, fuck, what was I going to say? I got distracted by sounds. It's very... Ow! Sitting here laughing as you're getting pain.
It's naughty, that's all.
But it's funny. It's funny.
Look how long it is. Fucking ridiculous. I never thought my hair would ever get that long.
And yet, you grew it and it did it as it is.
You seen those, those girls and they got the hair all the way down to the back of their knees?
Right.
Oh, no. I could barely handle this.
I knew a guy, I think his name was Tim, and he had fucking donkulously long hair. It went down to past his arse, and it was wavy. Wavy as fuck. So he reckoned that if you stretched it all the way out,
yeah,
it was basically as tall as him, and he had stepped on it before. like leaning forwards and climbing stairs or something. He had stepped on his own hair. So yeah, as cool as that is to have as a mosher, and he could mosh. I mean, full fucking person-sized windmills. It was great. It's glorious. But fuck that. Haircut only demands scissors. What's the problem? Apart from women not liking it, but you're way above God status, so I think I would give amazing haircuts. They wouldn't be good, but they would be fucking amazing.
You've given me a trim before.
Yeah, I don't want to though. I was like,
and you've dyed my hair before.
Oh, I fucking hate dyeing your hair. Oh my god, is there anything more tedious than dyeing a person's hair? It's like, oh my god, okay. You get put the stuff in, you got knead it in very slowly. Or maybe I was too fucking trying to do it like right. I did a good job.
Both times you did a really good job, better than I ever did.
Yeah, well of course I did. I did it properly. But, oh fuck me, I hated that so much. Which is why now whenever I see you pull out the hair dye, I just magically disappear. Oh god no. If you use animal shears, feel right at home if you cut. Not necessarily. You could be a cow.
Husky. I'm not that hairy, but husky.
Well, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Blue eyes and howls a lot. Oh, Waffles.
Waffles, yeah.
Waffles. I love that dog. I can't remember his name. I would comb my hair like my cousin if my hair was long. Okay?
Cousin it.
Oh, like cousin it. I thought...
I do frequently. And then I put my glasses over the top of it and go and annoy the kids.
No. But, oh, fuck, I had words and they've gone.
It's just my hair is horrible.
He's done that fucking thing again.
Because it's... What thing?
Oh no. Wait, I need to...
Because my hair's really thin. It used to be really thick, like it was difficult to brush, kind of like my hair. I could put the hairbrush in my hair and leave it there, type of thick.
Oh,
it would hold itself up. But as I've gotten older, it's gotten thinner, and it's really straight hair. So there's not much I can do in terms of styling it, because it's just always straight, and it hates any type of curling whatsoever.
I mean, you used to whinge about.
I want your hair.
Why?
Because it's curly.
Because you want a massive forehead.
No, I want your hair, not your hairline.
My hair's not curly; it's wavy.
Yeah, but down at the bottom, it's got proper.
Oh, it goes ringlets.
Ringlets, yeah.
Only when I'm fucking dirty.
Ringlets. I would like ringlets though.
My hair goes ringlety if I don't wash it for ages, but I keep brushing it.
There's just not to do. I can't do anything with it. I grow it. That's pretty much, and then chop, and then grow again. That's all you do with straight hair.
I just ignore that bit and just don't go to the barber's like ever. Oh, I went for the wedding.
I don't like.
I got the beard pulled in.
Like I must have like Asian heritage or somewhere in my bloodline.
Right.
Because I have really straight hair. Like Italian girls, which is apparently what my heritage is half of.
Right.
Is like curly and wavy, and it's gorgeous.
Right. And you don't have that.
No, look what I get.
Greetings, hot and sunny Vancouver Island. It's been hot and sunny over here, and it can go fuck itself. Is it a 4-head or a 5-head? I think we're approaching 6-head territory.
Eight. Oh god, I'm proper judgmental. One of my friends put pictures up of her niece at the beach. Like, having fun with my niece at the beach. This cute little 3-year-old. Damn, she's got a big forehead. I was like, it looks like her face is melting.
Are you sure you didn't go to the 4-head with your beach?
I was like, oh, poor kid.
At least you pity the freaks. What's that?
She'll grow into a head, it's okay.
There's an old Seinfeld bit.
Do I eat Chinese? No, I don't like Chinese food.
No, she's a pro. I hate it. I haven't had Chinese in ages. Occasionally, she'll tempt me with the idea, but I know that and the salt content. Jesus fucking Christ! I think your body always knew, but man, I love me some special fried rice. All the fucking meats and the shitload of tasty rice. Ugh, miss that shit. Damn. But have you got any Streamlabs? Oh yeah. We're not calling sick fans sick fucks.
Sick fucks.
As amusing as that is,
I do like that.
they're terrible people, and I'm quite happy with that as a name. I think that's quite funny, at least for me.
Oh, maybe it's from that side, because said the mountain people of Scandinavia have very straight, very dark hair. Maybe that's where it is, because it's from my mum's side, not my dad's side.
Okay.
Because not technically it's not. Is it Scandinavia? The Danish?
I don't know. I'm not going to make any specific claims when it comes to geography. I'm fucking terrible at it.
Is Denmark in Scandinavia? Because that's where my mum's family's side came from.
Now I know what's for dinner tonight. Is it cats? Meow. Delicious, delicious cats. Fuck. I was about to say the heat. Actually, it's been cold the last few days because it fucking finally rained, and that's been an absolute treat.
Cold.
Haven't had to put the I haven't had to put the fan on. Like the last few nights, fucking sleep has required the giant fan. And we didn't even die of fan death even once. Which is just...
We might have done. We just came back.
True.
Respawn.
That is what... I love that as one of those sort of popular woo myths of a location. I think it's... is it South Korea? Where the fan death thing is popular?
Oh, Korea, South Korea. And there's also a thing of a lot of doctors promote aromatherapy.
Ugh. I hate that so much. Just...
And also, the weird thing in Korea is they think autism is caused by like a child abandonment syndrome thing. Like the child didn't get enough attention as a baby. That's what caused the autism.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's really, really bad because, like...
Because I watched The Good Doctor.
Right.
Which is also... It's an American one, but there's also a Korean version.
Right.
And obviously the character is autistic. And they started going on about him being abandoned as a child, which is what caused his autism. And I was like, what? Is that a thing? Do they actually believe that? And I looked it up and yeah, they do believe it.
That's mad. It's I guess it's similar to the way that the Japanese think that your blood type affects your personality, which is why all those games from sort of the PlayStation era, because you know all the good games were coming out of Japan, especially then. All your characters always had their fucking blood type on it, and
fart therapy.
Isn't that just Dutch oven? Fart therapy.
That's you just going. You need to learn to love my smell. That's what fart therapy.
Love the gas. Love the gas. If you don't love my smell, you don't love me. Mm. No, I love the proper insane woos. Actually, speaking of, the reason the title is Feed Me Your Woo, or Feed Me Your Stupid. There is only one kind of aromatherapy I can support: green and fluffy, almost certainly not sage. You're not having it for the fucking smell, though, are you? Let's be fair. I guess you could. I guess there's the oil variety, but I don't know how high that gets you. I hope I'm on the right track and not you're not talking about something completely different. But yeah, Feed Me Your Stupid, because although I did get work done today, I also spent a big chunk of it trying to find something to make a video on, and I did not succeed, and that always stresses me out. So, if any of you have anything in your piles, or you fancy going out into the wild looking for really stupid things, I would appreciate the finding of dumb. But, I mean, the thing is, I'm now 2, maybe 3 videos ahead. I've got 2 videos I ain't published yet, and this week we're publishing on the Friday only. Sniff your own fart, become suck.
I don't know. I can't stand my own smells.
I don't know.
Hello, Ginger.
I always liked the thing. Children are kind of like farts, or vice versa. Farts are kind of like children. People quite like their own.
I don't like mine though.
I like
to me,
mine.
Either it stinks to high heaven and I offend myself and I have to leave the room type of smell, or I don't smell it.
Don't you enjoy those moments though,
No.
where you a smell has been produced by your own body that has caused you so much sensation that you literally have to leave the space it's in?
Yeah, but then I gag when I smell my armpit sometimes, so why do you think I have so many baths?
I mean, you're the only person I know who regularly sticks their arm as high up into the air as possible and jams their nose into their armpit, goes, oh, fucking hell, I stink. Of course you fucking do. You've probably got a very mild pong on.
I don't know, I'm very self-conscious about it. I don't like the idea of smelling. I hate the idea of being able to smell myself. It's horrible.
The guy changed from an Athlon 64 with mechanical HDD to a Gen i7 and SSD. Now says Intel is faster because the i7 go fast. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but yeah, basically. Are your children capable of pronouncing Worcester sauce?
Worcestershire sauce.
No one says Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
You just say Worcester sauce because you're clever, and no one attempts to...
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Not Shire, and anyone who says Shire in
It's not Shire.
Unless it's literally the Shire, it's pronounced Shire. I offend myself. What? Hans Wormhat is on about old churches and how they generate their own electricity. I wouldn't know anything about that and have definitely not made a video that's upcoming about that. And it was hilarious. It must have seen that on Russian vids. Oh. Anything Sick doesn't use, I might. There's no reason not to cover videos I've covered, especially if you've got your own take. I've never understood this idea that you can't cover the same content as someone else. I mean, a lot of other people don't make stupid, like most of the YouTube sciences are like way smarter than I is, so they're not picking out. Someone pointed it out quite succinctly to me of why they like what I do, and it's because I don't just point out like the science stupid. I point out the little nitpicky, petty bullshit too, and make fun of that as well. And yeah, that's about it. It's like I can see stupid where smart people don't even realise the stupid exists because it's on my level. I agreed. There's no shires, it's sheer. Yeah, I don't know why. It's actually kind of stupid, but...
English is weird.
Yeah, English is one of those languages that's just like, what's the point? Do the Six actually own swords? I used to own a few, although they were the same, they were a set. I now only own one, and it's if someone breaks into the house, I'm going to stab them with it.
I would really like to have like a proper long sword or a great sword and put it on the wall.
Yeah.
But I probably won't be able to lift it.
It wouldn't be for you anyway. You would lift it though, and probably
I'd try
break
and
something.
lift it and probably dislocate my arm or some shit.
Yeah. When it comes to swords, like I like them. I do. I really like them, but I'm also very even the cheap ones. I'm super precious about it. I'm not one of these. Like when some friends of mine, they went, "Oh yeah, we bought some cheap swords," and then we just had a fight with them, and they were so blunt that no one got hurt, but someone did. The swords, and even cheap swords, even though they're shit, they're still cool and they're still nice, and to hurt them makes my soul sad. If I had one, but yeah. When is the Sursic body pillow being released? It already is. It's just...
It's you.
Yeah.
You are a body pillow.
I am I am full of fluff. Hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. I love it when she comes over, doesn't know what the fuck to do, and just pisses off. Swords weigh about 1 kilogram. I mean, I think it depends on the sword. Because I'd get a claymore. Claymore would be fucking sick. I get it. Someone saying hello to you. I mean, they said hello to me first because I'm more important, but you know, they said hello to you too.
So?
You will be telling me Bicester is pronounced Bister. Oh, is it pronounced Bister? I don't even know that place. That looks like a Chester to me. Where is it? Oh, fuck.
Huh?
Oh, there's 2 places in England. One's called Woking and one's called Woking. And they both have the same spelling.
And Wapping.
And Wapping. Is it that? Oh.
That is supposed to. It's pronounced Wapping. But it's written as Wapping, and every time it's near London, I think.
Well, there's a northern place with a really fucking weird name that everybody pronounces wrong.
There's all sorts of weird places.
I mean, there's some really fucking strange places up here. There's one a number of towns over called Heckmondwike, which is just... Someone told me, oh, I'm just going up that way. Going to Heckmondwike. And I was like, excuse me, did you just have a sneeze? What the fuck is that? There's enough with places that sound like gooseberry. It's the same with Leicestershire.
No, Leicester.
No, there's Leicestershire as well. But yeah, Leicester.
Leicestershire. And Leicester.
What are you doing, cat? Was that the cat? I heard a noise.
Probably just you.
Woking is where they build McLarens. Or is it Woking or Woking? Woking town in Woking. Wok. I wonder how many woks they sell. That's all that really matters. Oh my god. Who's that guy, that cook? He always Ken something. I'm just getting an old random nostalgia thing. There's the guy who used to sell woks.
Our favourite
Ken
channel
Holm?
for you to debunk.
Has
Has
hidden
gone.
messages behind the COVID virus. Is it spirit science?
Yeah.
Hidden message. Oh, fuck's sake. Look, I'm sticking with one fucking episode, his first remastered episode, and I've still got fucking half of it to go. I'm trying... Like, that's one of the things that I've been doing. I'm doing that fucking... his master's voice video. The Banana
sorry.
Man video.
Sorry, Gary.
Gary 12. Weirdest pronunciation in England, Featherston, pronounced as Fanihua. Okay. Would you be interested in taking on a sympathetic Marxist propaganda piece? It depends how stupid it is. It has to be, like, just fucking stupid. There's a reason that I avoid political stuff as much as I sort of used to, and it's because a lot of it is opinion based, and I'm not so keen on you can't really debunk someone's opinion if the only other counter to it is another opinion, and especially when it comes to politics, because certain politics work in different situations, so it's kind of fucking irrelevant.
Someone said my name.
Gary? Your name really should be Gary, because that, I mean, you've got another first name as your second name, so, you know, obviously shows you're a terrible person, so welcome to the gang. Hail to Wildman. I want Christian apologists to review Spirit Science video. Oh God, can you imagine? That's something someone pointed me to today, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can sort of approach this guy. You may have heard of him. He's doing quite well, but he's called What the Meme or something like that, and he's a Christian apologist, and his videos are really fucking annoying. It's the only way I can put it. Most of it's just, you know, isn't it great to be a Christian stuff, but he occasionally does mocking videos of atheist arguments, but they're always arguments that he's made, as in they're always straw men. Like, I've never seen him, unless you can find one, I've never seen him make a counter to an argument an actual atheist is making to him. But basically, someone commented on one of my videos, why don't I'm going after these low hanging fruits and these stupid things. This was based on the video that it was an advert Christian apologist thing, and it was like, well, it's an advert, it's getting out there, people are fucking into it. Hey Team Skeptic, how you doing? You know, this is getting seen by a lot of people. It needs to be made fun of. But yeah, this I think it's What the Meme. This guy was pointed out to me as someone who's really good, and I should organise a debate with him. And anybody who knows me knows what I think of fucking debates. Debates, aka who's better at debating. That's it. How fucking useful. What a useful use of one's... Yeah, I get there are uses for debate, but...
Yeah, if you know how to debate and you've learned how to do it properly.
And you're interested in doing it in any way, shape or form. I'm not. I am almost certainly convinced that I wouldn't do very well. I might, but I don't fucking want to. Remember, Sir Sick wins the debunky for most handsome, famous and good at the sex. Every year, forever. That's true. And if I don't, then obviously that's just rigged against me.
Hacks.
Yeah.
Anytime someone wins a debate and you don't. Hacks.
You having fun with assorted beings is a lot better that you give a fuck about specific ideology. You do you and entertain us, mate. Yeah, I mean, I'm most into trying to make funny videos, especially now. Like, I used to be more into trying to make like a good point, and I gave on that when I realised that I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, I knew I was an idiot all along, but like I really realised just how fucking stupid I am. So I thought, might as well just make funny out of it. But yeah, I prefer diabetes instead of debating. Yeah, like I've been accused of doing dumb ideas because I'm trying to make myself feel smart. But no, like actually, many of you will have kind of gotten the point, is trying to get people to think about the things they say, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people just sort of come to conclusions and then roll with it. And if there's any overarching message, it is that you can be stupid and be right, you can be smart and be wrong. So, yeah, just debate a stupid woo man, make a video making fun of them. I mean, I'm not...
What the hell is shaking medicine?
I was just thinking shaking dog having a shit. Looks like a shaking dog. If you have low-level debaters, the better debater wins. High-level, the better belief in it. I imagine so, but I'd definitely not be a high-level debater.
Oh, fuck me. A revolutionary call to reawaken our bodies and minds to powerful healing through...
shaking babies.
Ecstatic movement. Shows how... It's literally dancing, isn't it?
Structured water is a new idiotic fad. And am I sick? I'm not ill, but I am sick, as it were. But if you have any ideas,
is this basically you having a seizure, and
Yeah.
then that's classed as medicine?
Right, write down any ones in here. But if you do have ideas, do me a favour and send them to me on Twitter or via email, because I won't remember to go back through this list.
No, his memory's shite.
That and yeah, I won't remember any of it definitely. But if you want to actually help me out with ideas, then you got to send them to me, because I'm not a master debater. No, I mean, I'm a master of that kind of debate. But yeah, I've not got COVID. I don't think so. Although,
Shaking bed is just jazzercise.
is that what it is?
From what I've seen, is they just sort of shake their bodies.
Oh
And
my god,
apparently
that's
they're trying to heal themselves by baby shaking themselves.
giving themselves shaken baby syndrome, but as an adult.
So is moshing shaking medicine?
I don't know. That gave me the fucking best neck aches ever. Oh no. I don't know. Most of the time, the best people, my favourite things are just people making claims. That's the best kind of video. The thing I enjoy the most doing is someone saying, "This is what reality looks like," and it's clearly not what reality looks like. He has the cough. Sick has the. Did I even cough?
Probably.
My nose is slightly blocky, but that's what my nose does. It's an asshole. My nose is not a literal fucking shit pipe. Jesus. Although, has anybody done like some fucked up art where someone has like sphincters on their nostrils? And
Oh god, freaking shake weights. What a load of fucking bollocks that is.
I thought that those were a joke because that makes you look like you're jerking
when I
off.
first saw the adverts, I thought it was a joke, and then I realised it's a fucking real thing.
Oh god, does that anything that is really easy to do is probably shit exercise. You get that all the time. You had the one that was a fad for a while where they would electrocute themselves slightly.
Yeah.
And it's like, that never works. It's like, oh, it'll exercise you while you're doing nothing. No, it will just electrocute you, and that's it. Maybe it does the slightest thing, but nothing compared to exercising. I claim that water tastes like vodka. Prove me wrong. I mean, if you've got something wrong about your taste buds, then I can imagine that might be the case, but reality would say otherwise. I mean, try cleaning eyeballs with...
First thing I hear is Mrs. Sick doing a weird nasal noise. You mean speaking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear the sound of my voice.
Well, you heard the sound of your voice recently.
God. Oh yeah. I recorded a D&D session that I did with my German friends, and they were talking at first, and they're really nice voices, and then here comes along me, and then I said some bollock. I went, Jesus Christ, my voice is so fucking annoying.
I have such a sweet snore. Now I'm not 100% sure if I've fallen asleep.
Sweat songs.
Sweats.
A sweaty snore.
Well, how does he know? Because I'm pretty sure I've never fallen asleep on stream.
You can film yourself, I guess.
No, but he's saying that I do, as a fact.
Maybe he's got a camera set up.
Maybe he's just here. Maybe he's the cat. That would make sense. Because the cat's an asshole too. Spirit-structured water cures everything. Some woo tarts. Many things from the woo peddlers. They're just... Wow, why do you think that works? Well, I got sick, I did something stupid, and then I got better, therefore the stupid thing cured me. Post hoc ergo proctor hoc, just every single fucking time. I used to hate the sound of my own voice, but I had to get over that to control aircraft. What, like, because you're a pilot?
Oh, the amount of pilots that you draw in.
Well, there was a lot of people in one stream. I just mentioned, I think it was after the airplane video, and lots of people, or it might have been before it, I can't remember. But discovering that numerous airline-related people listen to these streams, and it was like 7 or 8. And like the maximum we tend to get is about 70 at once. So that's 10% of the people who watch me work in aviation, which terrifies me.
Perfect crystals, aka eyes, kind of look like structured water ball. Is that the guy who said he was screaming at a cup of fucking water or something?
Oh, you
And then the other one he was really nice to, and then he froze the water and said, "Oh, look at the eye structures."
You used to know what it was called. You used to think there was
Dr.
something.
Emoto.
You used to think there was something to it because you were a wootard.
And then
You were like, "Oh, it's interesting."
it is interesting.
No, it's not. It's fucking stupid. Lots of things sound interesting until you realise they're stupid. Because they don't fucking work. Isn't he the same guy who tries to drown himself? Or is that someone else again?
No, that's someone else.
There's a guy
that's the guy who he has one meal a day, he sleeps 5 hours a day, and he frequently, close to death, drowns himself to get inspiring ideas for inventions.
Does he actually...
He invented the CD, apparently.
Oh, fair enough if it fucking works.
But he also invented rocket power rollerblades.
I fucking invented rocket-powered rollerblades the first time I saw them. Everybody invented rocket-powered rollerblades.
But the Dr. Emoto guy, he said, as part of his research and proof, he said he took some samples of lake water and said that the water is unhappy. And then like 2 weeks later, they found a body in the water and he went, look, see, that's what it was.
No, bodies love it when there's corpses in
But
them.
then
He doesn't know anything about how water feels.
Proper scientists said, okay, this sounds really interesting. We're going to give you this $1 million grant, and as long as you do it under lab conditions and show us how you've done it. And he turned them down.
Of course. Because he makes more money by not doing that.
Yeah.
From gullible idiots buying books. Deftones, rocket skates. Yeah, like literally everybody ever has invented rocket skates. It's like, you look at skates and you go, well, that hasn't got enough rockets on it. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of things that wouldn't be improved with rockets. Rocket Cat.
I can't remember what he was called, but I watched it was this documentary on it. And it's just this crazy inventor guy.
Bye, Paul.
And, yeah. It's the way he gets inspiration is by nearly killing himself.
Metal make music sad guy. I'm feeling that you mean plants. Because there is a person who played really loud music at plants. And he said that they were sad.
And then Mythbusters said...
it's complete fucking horseshit.
He said the only thing that made a slight difference was playing heavy metal music. But they think it was something to do with the bass more than the actual music. Potentially.
I mean, then you just play drum and bass as well. I mean, there's lots of music with very heavy bass elements to it.
He said,
Rocket ex-wife! Yeah, because you can launch them right into the fucking sun.
But
if you don't like them.
Apparently they thought it might be some sort of feedback because of the bass. It's actually got nothing to do with it's making the plants happier or whatever.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, when you do the tests enough, then you start getting... Because Mythbusters, as much as they do interesting stuff, they're not like...
No, they've already shown stuff that they've fucked up on. They did a We Fucked Up episode.
Yeah. Well, it's not about that they fuck up. It's that they're an entertainment show first.
Yeah.
And a scientific institution like a 97th place.
So basically like your channel.
Essentially, yeah. Except I'm way behind them on the science. Fucking hell, I don't do any science. Occasionally, I play with magnets.
You make solutions.
I do. I'm a chemist. I'm a chemist. I take whiskey and I mix it with more whiskey. Occasionally I'll put like another mixer into it. And that's chemistry. So, I am an expert on that. As much as Mars power. He's got nothing compared to me. Organic chemist. He's just qualified, whatever that means. Mm. I'm waiting for a woo peddler to make a meter that can measure intent and aura.
Oh,
Exactly.
They already have an aura one.
An aura meter.
It's a special camera that can read people's auras, and more than likely it's just fucking with the light spectrum.
What's the one? There's an electromagnetic meter that you got your ghost hunters and your ghost chasers, ghost faces. That's the one from
Ghost
Thingy.
faces. Yeah,
Ghost
the
faces.
electromagnetic one.
And it's like, yeah, sometimes places have a little bit.
Ghosty one was one that I was really big into.
Did you believe it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's because my mum. I was brought up believing it because my mum really believes it as well.
Yeah, your mother the atheist. But just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you're smart.
I think after my grandma died, she slowly stopped believing it in it though.
Yeah, I mean she hasn't been in a long fucking time. Plus, it's probably me. The same with the C word.
But
I just.
The electromagnetic thing. People not realizing that they basically can pick up on all sorts of weird devices that you have.
Yeah.
In your like if you have
The other thing is, it doesn't matter what the electromagnetic does. It goes, oh look, it changed. That means something. Fuck off. You could go through a house and have a.
Like I used to.
That's what they should do. Go through.
I used to watch Most Haunted a lot, and yeah, and it was one of these things where as I used to watch it quite a lot when I was a kid, and then when I got into being a teenager, I started watching it less and less, and then I found out that one of the guys in it who they brought onto the show. To basically go, oh, he's a skeptic. Look, we can make him believe stuff. So he's basically our quality control.
Yeah.
And he said to like Derek or whatever his name is, he fed him information about about the history of a certain place.
Right.
And it was an anagram for Derek is fake.
Right.
And he's like he switched the letters around to make a name. And he fed the information around the studio stuff to see if it would get back to him.
Yeah.
And it did. And he went, oh, I sent somebody, it's like Chris blah 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 in this place. And the guy's face on the video was like,
Fucking called it. I was thinking with the electromagnetic meter, you should replace it with like those little windmills that you give to kids that are made out of plastic. Like walking through a house and go, oh look.
No. Even better. Those flowers that dance when they have a little.
When you play music at them.
No, they dance because they've got a little solar panel on them.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you put them on front of on your dash.
I don't know if you're walking through a dark house. That's not going to be very useful, is it? You look mad at me now. Solar powered.
You could do it in the day, I guess.
Look, we went outside and there was ghosts fucking everywhere. No, I think my...
Or a plastic bag and they just shake it and go, oh, there's something in the room.
a crisp packet. You go, oh my god, the crisp packet's going mad. High tension power lines are ridiculous with their field area. I'm sure there's things that give off shitloads of electromagnetic shit.
Most of the ghosty places that go into are very old buildings.
With fucked up electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a pee. You like this shit anyway. Tell them the stupidest thing you believed.
The stupidest thing that I believed? Oh, God, there were so many. Believing that people could have psychic powers was one of them. There was this was a while ago. This was like when I was a teenager. But one of my friends, she said that she could. I can't remember what it is now. Telekinesis. That's it. She said that she can move things with her mind. And yeah, And I was like, oh, that's really cool, let me see it. And she's like, okay. It doesn't really work when people are around, though. And she put these, and I went, oh, it's fine. And I emptied my purse out and I put some coins on the table and said, oh, well, you can move these, can't you? And she just stared at them for like 10 minutes and nothing happened. And she goes, oh, it's not working because I feel really nervous. And I'm like, I went, when's it usually work? And she says, oh, well, at night I'm laying in bed and my door moves slightly when I want it to. I went, yeah, but isn't that like wind? And she's like, oh, I can turn my light switch on and off as well when I want to. And I was like, oh, can you do it now? And she's like, oh, well, no, because I'm really nervous. And the thing is, though, because I was so fucking naive and suggestive, I believed her anyway.
You were a dumbass as a kid, weren't you?
I'm a really suggestive person, though.
I tell you what, though, I do have psychic, telekinetic powers. But
psychic powers. I could tell when kids are up to something.
No, I had telekinetic powers, but only when I was with my best mate when I was a kid. Because I swear to God, right? I would sit there and I would stare at the light switch with my hand reached out until he noticed, and then he'd get up and turn the light off. Fucking psychic powers, man. Scary stuff. I didn't abuse it, apart from when I wanted the light to be turned on and off. On or off. Or I wanted something moved. To be fair, though, he had the same power. And it was... we would literally... We just like... getting more and more intense about it. And I think it was a sort of more of a test of wills. It's like we didn't want that person to die. Like, stop pushing the blood into your head and you start glowing. But yeah. I don't think I've ever... No, I tell a lie. The stupidest thing that I've ever believed is probably a vague sense that Reiki might have some utility.
Oh yeah, I was into Reiki and stuff as well.
Until you realise that just because... And I believed it because I used to run my hand over my dog's back, but like an inch above. But static electricity, fucking warmth, all sorts of stuff. She can notice it. Dogs are just more fucking sensitive than people. You know, and I was, yeah.
You do the same with a cat. I go like that, like over him, and her back starts twitching.
Yeah, she can feel it, or just
Jesus fucking Christ, cat.
The air being moved.
Calm down.
There's other explanation. Reiki does work to pick up dead leaves. Fuck's sake, I'm using cat. Why are you being a dick? I mean, I know.
Oh, right, it's outside time. Okay, come on then.
We'll go outside. Oh, she nearly went for a sprint then. Oh, the cat yesterday. We don't know what she did. We think it's because she smelled a... Mrs. Six got some new fancy cream that's supposed to help with her fingers or some shit. And we reckon the cat licked some of it up because you got up. You were like, what the fuck are you eating?
It's
cat fucking drooling away.
It's moisturiser type stuff, and it's got essential oils in it which smell nice. And
the legitimate use for essential oils, they do smell quite nice if you use the right ones in the right thing. Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, I think it's because it's got lavender oil in it and all sorts of eucalyptus and all sorts in it.
She ate some.
I don't know if she ate it because I don't wipe it on my bedside table.
I bet you do.
But I think either she smelt it or something, or...
But she was doing a big drool.
A big drool, yeah. She's like...
Yeah, foaming at the mouth. Fucking rabies, man. Years ago, I bought my wife a clapper for her birthday. She slapped me and the lights went out, and then she slapped me and the lights went back on. I got the message and threw it in the trash. Oh, that's hysterical. That cat is living dangerously close to being dinner. I mean, it's outside now, so, you know, someone finds that cat. Because that's what stray cat means, right? A cat that's outside. Any cat, regardless.
Don't massage your nuts with peppermint. You have that, the shower gel.
The shower gel that's got lots and lots and lots of menthol in it. Everybody's seen it. It's that green stuff. It's got really good, strong smell. First time you ever put it on your nuts, you think you're going to die. I can do it now. It doesn't actually bother me anymore. Either that or they've changed the flavour or the formula or whatever you want to call it. But the first time, like I was just cleaning myself and then without thinking, washed my nuts. And that was, they were very, very cold. But like beyond cold feeling. It was not pleasant, but now who cares? I like that stuff because I'm a smelly man and they make you smell less. Or they make you smell of mint.
Cats love inside outside game.
Mm.
Let me in.
Let me out. I don't want to pester you sick.
Your accent feels like they are the equivalent of Kentucky accents of Europe.
You can pester me. Just send it to me on. Anybody got ideas for stupid for me to cover, especially if they've got actual videos of people making actual claims? Please, please, please send it to me on Twitter or email it to me. I fucking hate looking for new woo. It's the hardest part of my job. Making videos is relatively easy compared to fucking finding something fun to do.
Well, yeah, essential oils can be like antiseptic and antibacterial and things like
There's
that.
There's things that they do, but there's lots and lots and lots of things that they just objectively fucking don't.
Like tea tree oil is really good for antibacterial stuff. And that what I learned is if you overuse it, it makes your top layer of your skin start peeling off.
Well, a lot of the essential oils will burn you.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking... Not to be a fucking person who's into essential oils, but they are chemicals. They have effects and impacts, and they do things. But a lot of the stuff that like the autism stuff disgusts me. People giving fucking some poor kid who's really hypersensitive to everything, and you stick a fucking stinky oil on the back of their neck. It's gonna freak them out. Can you imagine that? Your sensations are. Because, I mean, it depends on the autism, obviously. But, you know, some of those kids, they're hypersensitive to smell and sound. And so if you're... sound less relevant, but if you're hypersensitive to smell and your dickhead parent comes along and goes, oh, we'll put this on it, it calms him down. No, he's freaking out so hard that he can't fucking move. You know, don't do it. Jesus Christ. At the very least, figure out if they like the smell before you start fucking attacking them with concentrated bullshit. Yeah.
I won't take it personally, Boss Tuber. He ignores a lot of people. Mainly because he's working and then he'll forget there's a message.
No, I specifically ignored him because I am mean. That was very intentional. I am a horrible, horrible person. No. I mean... I get a decent number of unsolicited... I guess they're technically solicited since I have open DMs, but technically they're unsolicited. And most of the time what I do is I open up Twitter and I go, oh, here's the new things, here's the requests. I look at them, I'll go, oh, those are interesting, I should reply to them, and then I see something shiny and then completely forget they exist. And that's happened more than once. I've literally gone back through my things and said, when the fuck did XYZ person message me? I've clearly read it because it said, has been read, but I don't fucking remember. Thing is, there's a whole cottage industry centered around Bosnian woo peddler called Samir, something or other, who organizes tours for e-tourists looking at rocks and think that there's psychic energy in them. That's fucking amazing.
Hey! In my D&D campaign that I'm writing, I've put talking rocks in it as part of one of the side quests.
Do you want to tell people about your pretty cool thing? Or do you not want to spoil it?
How's it going to be spoiled?
So
unless my D&D group are in here right now listening.
I mean, to be fair, there's still lots... You can go over a general... Mrs. Sick is writing a D&D campaign vaguely based on Lost, but with actual magic in it. And the idea is that you have an island, and then you have randomly generated weird shit that happens. You collect stuff by beating those quests, and that unlocks, like, the story bit. And I think it's quite cool the way it's sort of going to be set out.
It's just I need to make sure that every single side quest thing is connected somehow to the main quest, so I don't...
No, I think the solution to that is to have specific items. If you finish the quest, then you get one of the items you need, regardless of which the quest is.
I've still got shitloads of other stuff to do for it.
Yeah. But I think it sounds pretty cool. Hey, Sesek, I'm still working hanging wallpaper in a hair salon. A little bit drunk now. Wish me luck. You're drunk working hanging wallpaper in a hair salon. That's a lot.
These things don't go together.
I do like that though. It's just like it's like special wallpaper, or is it just a new place or something like that? I guess to try and make things cleaner. Is it anti-corona? Does it? Oh my god! Wasn't there a shop called the Corona Store? COVID-19 store. That's it.
Mm.
Obviously, people are going to sell stuff that does nothing, and he got the oh shiny syndrome. I have got so many oh shiny syndromes. I am so easily distracted. The stupid thing is, I don't forget things most of the time. I do forget sometimes, but a lot of the time, I'll see something, I'll go, oh, I should do something about that, completely forget, and then 2 days later I go, oh, that's that thing I meant to do something about, and I remember the details of it. It's the same thing with when I put the oven on, and I mean, I should set a timer, because that's what I usually do. But if I forget, I'll remember that I should set a timer for 20 minutes, an unsure amount of time later, and I remember what I was supposed to do, I just forgot to do it. And that's the story of my life. There's probably something wrong with me. I mean, to be fair, there's probably a lot of things wrong with me. I mean, look who I'm with. Jesus Christ. You're hardly a set of rocket skates, aren't you?
Sorry, I don't zoom.
I just like rocket ex-wife. I don't forget anything. At least I don't remember forgetting. Certic 2020. Exactly. That's a perfect... I just found another video about it called Discovery of the Bosnian Pyramid Healing Tunnels.
I'll show you.
Pyramid healing tunnels. They heal pyramids.
I've got a healing tunnel right here.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello, Dragoth. I don't know if you are drunk too. Everybody should be drunk though. If I were drunk while working, we'd have all sorts of problems. I'm a truck driver. Yeah. I was going to say, most jobs you can usually get away with being at least a little bit drunk. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not saying that you should be drunk at work. But is it necessarily going to do harm? First time I ever got drunk was whilst... No, not the first time I ever got drunk, but one of the first times I ever got drunk. Once I started doing it for fun, at least. Did it at a party and got robbed and then didn't do it for fucking years. But then I started working in a bar and I did lots of work in a bar, and then I found out that Jack Daniels and Coke is fucking delicious, and then I got really drunk at Christmas. No, that's it. The first hangover I had was working on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or something like that. That was a very silly idea. I've never felt like my brain was sloshing around in liquid quite so much. Do you remember your first hangover?
Yeah.
What? Was that the Bamzuka time?
I've been like drunk before, but I didn't wake up with a hangover. I got drunk with my friends when I was I think I was like 17.
Right.
Or something like that. And then for my 18th birthday, my stepdad took me out.
Mm.
And they just filled me with spirits.
Was that the Bamzuka time?
Yeah, that was Bamzuka.
And
that was I think that was the first one. Because he just kept giving me... It started off with cider.
Yeah.
And then
he's like,
cider,
oh,
you should try this, and you should try this, and you should try this. And then, and then after about 3 or 4 shots, he's like, oh, here, try this one, right? Try this one. And that was my first hangover.
Okay. Oof. I think my first hangover come from the fact that I was trying random shit as well. Red wine, trying to be fancy.
The first time I had red wine, I was 6. I thought it was cola,
Oh.
and I drank a bit.
Yeah, God. Red wine is one of those definitely acquired taste. I should retry it now that I'm old and stuff. I'd probably like it a lot more.
It was at my mum and stepdad's wedding, and there's all these people around, and 6-year-old me is looking at him going, "Why is everyone people really like Coca-Cola?"
Why are they drinking it in weird glasses?
Yeah, basically that.
I'm thick as shit. I knew what alcohol was from very young age.
I knew what it was. I knew what alcohol was.
Not what that...
It's just, it looks like Coca-Cola. That's
Right.
what it looked like to me.
I mean, to be fair, if you ask Coca-Cola what colour Coca-Cola is, it's ruby red. And if you put it up to a light, it is...
It's brown.
No. Put it up to a strong light, it shines through red.
Brown.
It's very, very, very dark red. Brown.
Brown. Dark red
Heading
is
to
brown.
work as we speak, so hopefully you've got a drink in your hat now. Red wine better than white wine.
No. Wrong.
It depends. I like a good Sauvignon Blanc. And a Pinot Grigio is pretty good. Or is it Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio? When you're a stupid person who doesn't know how to pronounce wine.
That's how I pronounce it.
That's how you would have
I
pronounced
don't know.
it.
To me, I go alcohol.
Can I have one booze, please?
I just want a label on all the white wines, and it just says white wine and what percentage it is, and if it tastes okay. That's all I need.
I don't know why, but I just reminded this whole thing reminded me of my favourite joke I ever made as when I was working in pubs, and a regular came in. He said, "Oh, I'm gasping. Can you get me a beer?" I said, "Sounds like an emergency. This sounds like a job for barman." And this is a man that the guy barely had a sense of humour, and it made him laugh. And I was like, I'm quite pleased with that. Second only to the time it was a Sunday, and we stopped serving food at 5 on Sunday. And a guy came in, definitely trying to be flash. And he came in with 2 ladies. He's like, you guys serving food? And I was like, no, sorry, we stopped at 5. It's like, when are you going to start again? And I turned around, I looked at the clock and went, Tuesday. And it was unnecessary, it was mean, but fuck that guy. My boss at the time, he thought it was fucking hilarious, and he used to tell the story. It just shows that I've been writing mean jokes for fucking years, and I've just now found an outlet for them. That's not to say a lot of my jokes aren't nicked, but they're at least a little bit changed. But a lot of them are quite original, I've discovered. At least original to my experience, I guess. Nothing new under the sun, as they say. Hello, enthusiastically apathetic. Or is it helo? Like a helicopter.
People, where do you see yourself in 50 years? Me. It's an old woman watching Buffy. Yeah, that's about right.
Don't know. I don't know if I'd ever watch Buffy again.
I quite like Buffy. It's not as good as Angel, though.
It's not as good as it used to be.
It gets to a certain point and I can't handle the whingy bitch.
Yeah. My dad, when he first started working at a lab in London, had found a bottle at a company party and decided to drink the whole bottle. He was so drunk afterwards that security took him home. Well, I mean, security taking you all the way home.
That's pretty good.
and stay out as they kick you through your own front door. I think is pretty nice. Also, who the fuck finds a random bottle and drinks the lot? Your dad, obviously, madman. Fucking kind of respect for that. I wouldn't. Jesus Christ. I'm generally a careful drunk. I tell you, I am not a piss myself drunk. And I've never understood people who always are, like, I get that people sometimes have accident, but there's some people who, like, every fucking time they go out drinking, they'll piss themselves and then piss the bed and then probably shit themselves as well. And it's like, stop drinking so much. Like, if that's what happened, I'd be so fucking embarrassed. Like, when it happens by accident, then, yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. But if it always happens and you've just got no fucking shame about it, Jesus. I don't know. I don't get that kind of drunk. As in, I don't understand that kind of drunk, and also I don't achieve that level. Yeah. Your jokes are not as mean as an apologist's rhetoric. I mean, I guess that's true. You're going to hell. You're a prick. Can we take a moment for the where do you see yourself in X years' time? I don't know. I don't have 2020 vision. And you wonder why I ignore you on Twitter. Jesus. Anyone claiming to be me is lying. So I'm assuming that's you as well. Okay, good news. Like, is that a pee stain in your bed or Magic Sursic apple cider? Fuck's sake. I haven't pissed the bed since I was a very, very small child.
I wet the bed until way too fucking late.
It was before she met me, so I don't care.
Oh no, I stopped when I was like 14. I had no idea what it was. I went to doctors about it and things like that, and all the doctors said was, oh yeah, sometimes some kids pee the bed a lot longer than they should do. And my mum was like, alright, okay. And that's usually about 8.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I kept doing it. And I put it down to the fact that I was a really fucking heavy sleeper. Nothing could wake me up.
Would you consider taking the piss out of American rappers' Genius interview videos? I know there's the whole... That Genius... They don't just do rappers, though, do they? They do all sorts of shit, and some of that is really, really dumb. But I like those because some of them go, yeah, whatever, I don't know. I just thought it was...
I used to pee in the cat's litter box. I was like, well, at least it's the right place to do it.
At least it is an actual toilet. Yeah. Laughing at flirts, so same old. You gotta laugh at them, though. Otherwise, you've got to talk to them, and you don't want to do that. You probably don't have the brain cells to spare. I certainly fucking don't. Yeah. I think that's why I barely ever wet the bed, even as a kid.
You're like the lightest
I wouldn't wet the bed now because I am, I will wake up in the middle of the night, go, oh, I need a piss, go to the toilet, and it'd be like, I'm like, thanks for waking me up for that, body, you prick. Fucking everything wakes me up.
If I wake up in the middle of the night, it's usually because there's a flood coming.
I think that's why I drink. It's the only time I get to fucking sleep and actually don't wake up until wake up time. Ugh. Karens are everywhere. Talking of needing a piss, though.
When you dream that you're peeing and wake up dreading that you pissed the bed.
Oh, God. I dream about needing a piss. A fair amount.
And then wake up and need a piss.
And then actually get up and go.
Yeah. Sick. How much to get my wrench back?
$20.
$20, he said. I just found the Karen meme yesterday. Oh, well. That's nice. Oh, you mean... Is it the one the latest one of loads of women screaming about wearing a mask on their face? It's one of the things that I don't really get. Someone made a point about it, like a lot of these women wear a lot of makeup, and maybe it's because they spent 2 hours waking up at the crack of dawn in order to put this makeup on, and then have to cover half of their face up with a mask. And maybe they're pissed off about that.
You're talking about the women who might be upset because they put makeup on? Because if that's true, fuck me, those are the stupidest people you've...
Oh no, wouldn't you be better, like, I don't have to wake up 2 hours early to
All I have
put
to do is
makeup
my
on.
eyes now. Get a face mask. Memory Man has to take the bus to get to work. He only goes once a week. But he got himself a mask, and he got a mask with a mustache on it, because that's correct. I think, no, it was mustache and a beard. So it basically fit his face perfectly, because he's got a mustachy beard. So yeah, just get big red lips on your thing, and you've done it.
Oh, the Florida Karens.
My God, those Karens need to find an abusive husband to set them straight.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
No, Gary.
No.
the Florida Karens one, where they're saying like, wearing masks and something about pedos and something about Satan, and saying like most of them were just having a go at the judges or whatever they are, the council members or whatever, and they're all saying like how God's wrath is going to fall upon them if they enforce people wearing masks.
What I find hilarious is the people who say you're going to be arrested. It's like, no, like you don't understand. Even if you think you're right about the masks, you've got to understand that you're not on the side of like government general stuff, like local governments or even the federal government are advising masks and stuff. And if you think that somehow suddenly people are going to go to jail for following reasonably sensible laws, or making them, you're fucking mad. I mean, that's the thing. That's the one lady Rona. You got it.
Hey, I am terrible. Just look at my name, Karen.
If Karens married abusive men, who would the soy boys marry? I think the soy boys marry abusive women. Isn't that how that works? I don't know. Me, I don't marry anyone. Rage. Well, if you're going to be so demanding about it, it's 40. That'd be fucking cruel. Fine. You know the rules, though. You use it, you lose it. Literally the opposite of use it or lose it. Use it and lose it. They're literally a sign of people who've paid money, or I randomly felt generous one time.
You gorgeous pleb. Oh, thank you, darling.
I'm pretty sure he was talking to me and my plebiness.
Well, you are
or the plebe. I like people who say plebe instead. I mean, it is technically that's correct because it's plebeian, but yeah. I had to leave to clock in on my phone, but I'm back doing the important things. What do you do, Potato? Where are you working? Don't dox yourself, but you can be unspecific. Like, are you...
in a field.
It's impossible to know. That's the thing. Like, I wish everybody was on the same time as us. And, like, even if it was daytime there, they had to work the night shift just because it was nighttime in England. I think that's fair and logical. So that everybody would be doing things that made sense. So, you know, I don't know where Potato's from, but I could say, oh, you might be working the night shift somewhere. Even if it's the middle of a scorching hot day.
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah. Ireland.
What about it?
That's where Potato's from.
That's where they're from?
Yeah, and they work in a field.
Right, is this just all complete speculation? I was talking to both of you plebes.
No, thank you anyway.
When plebeians relatively well of being able to vote and own property?
I think that's what it was in, like, Roman times.
I mean, a plebeian just meant someone who was below the aristocracy, wasn't it?
A citizen, but normal citizen.
But you could be rich, but you just weren't fucking of noble blood necessarily.
He's not trying to check your papers, but what you bring to the party.
I wouldn't check anyone's papers like I can
He
read.
said, I'm in Oregon, I work swing.
So you work at a giant swing, pushing like some sort of...
Just pushes.
It's where the giant humans come from, who then turn into stones on beaches. Because Mudfossil University doesn't know how fossilization fucking works. God, that man fucking infuriates me.
Okay, I had a dream recently where I was taunted by a white cat made of really soft rubber, completely alive cat though. I think my mate was there too, but they were aware and just
They weren't aware and just ignored it. That's your kind of
yeah,
dream.
that's kind of my like dream.
The main dream of yours, I remember, is the one where you were on a bed floating in space and you were controlling the world real-time strategy style.
Yeah.
But you dream in third person as well.
Yeah, dream in third person.
She totally everything. For those people who don't understand that, she dreams. If you dream in first person, like a normal person does, like me, I don't know if that's the norm, but if you dream in first person, like literally imagine it as she can see from her perspective, and yet it's above. So if there's a piece of paper and she's reading it to her face, she can see it and read it, but she's also looking at it from above. But it's also, and it's
it's like I can see from two perspectives at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really silly.
I don't know why. I don't know. I've always dreamed like that.
Yeah.
I never dream in first person. It's always third person.
Yeah. You also have like the really realistic dreams, like the time you fell asleep on the couch.
I have really fucking vivid dreams sometimes.
There was a time you fell asleep on the couch, and we had a friend who was coming over, and in your dream you kept waking up over and over on the couch, and sometimes he was coming, sometimes there was a party going on, like random different things, and then I eventually woke you up because you were freaking out a bit. And you said, "Oh, I keep having a dream over and over," and then I couldn't help but make a shit joke about.
He was like,
I started talking gibberish.
A dream within a dream within a dream within a dream,
Yeah.
and then you went, and then you said something like shitty at me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm still dreaming."
I didn't say something shitty. I was just like, "Gebergade flick."
I should have recognised it.
And I was just like, "No, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah,
Calm
but
down."
the thing is that I should have recognised it because everything's in first person.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing about your dreams. I've stopped wallpapering. It's going wonky. My friend casually mentioned to me the other day she's anti-vaccinations. Oh, what do you say? Fucking hell. Right, you get a bat, right? not a baseball bat. Don't be ridiculous. You get a real bat and you give her fucking rabies.
The best thing that you could say to anybody who is getting into being anti-vax is... say try not to be one-sided. Always look at both sides of everything, and don't rely on everything on one website.
It's certainly, like, ask them where they get their information from. One of the things you can do is you can ask them where they get their information from, and then you can go through it, and you can slowly but surely debunk each thing. Now, whether or not that will work on the person depends on the person, but it does sometimes work.
Like if they're reasonable enough to take your point of view rather than they're hard set in what they think.
Yeah, it all depends on their willingness to be wrong, and that's one of the big problems. A lot of people are completely unwilling to be wrong, and that's really fucking unfortunate. This is getting way too serious. But if you can convince someone out of that particular position, it can only be a good thing.
Another thing, actually, I'm thinking, just going back to the dreams thing, is I don't lucid dream. Sometimes I know that I'm dreaming,
but you continue
I try to control the dream, but I'll either instantly wake up or whatever I try, it always fails.
So you have control over yourself, but not the dream.
Like if I notice that I'm dreaming in a dream, like you do it, and you can just take control of the dream and do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'll try and do something that I want to do because I know that I'm dreaming, and it will always fail.
Yeah. Usually when I lucid dream, I immediately climb something and jump off.
Well, like one of the times when I did it, I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. Okay, let's open the window because I was in like a house.
Yeah.
Open the window up and jump out, and the window wouldn't open.
Your dreams have invisible walls.
Yeah. It's really fucking annoying. And then I'll wake up afterwards as well.
Have you ever had an actual flying dream?
I don't have flying dreams. I have disaster dreams.
Flying dreams.
I've had dreams where there's tsunamis, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, and yeah.
I had the most annoying flying dream where basically I could sort of I could descend very slowly in a mostly horizontal fashion for long distances, but eventually I would just like land. Like, you know those wingsuits that people jump off of mountains in? Like those, but like way more efficient. Let's see if anti-vaxxers won't take the code. I think a lot of them won't. Especially the more hardcore ones. I think certain ones will have been convinced by this going, oh shit, this is what happens when people don't or people can't vaccinate. Like, there'll be a generation, I think, who will, after this, who think that their anti-vax parents are complete fucking morons. That's one of my favourite things, actually. I think it's on Reddit.
One of my favourite things is, it's with a few of them, actually, some kids that turned 18.
Yeah.
As soon as they turn 18, they go and get themselves vaccinated.
And their parents cry at them.
Yeah.
Like the fucking probably vaccinated themselves morons that they fucking are. Yeah, that shit drives me completely, absolutely nuts. It's why my first anti-vax video is quite hostile. Because when I first started just really discovering how dangerous that shit is.
Oh, wow. Last time I administered flu vaccine, I admitted to the hospital less than 24 hours later from allergic reaction from hell.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, God. My sister's a bit similar. She can't have things like that unless it's really monitored because she's on immunosuppressants.
I mean, that's what they say. If you can't have vaccines, which is completely a legitimate thing. I said it before. People like accused me of not understanding that some people can't be vaccinated. Like, yes, I'm sure I've made the point before, but yeah. So now I have to fucking make it every fucking time I make a fucking vaccine video, which pisses me off. But yes, the people who can't be vaccinated are the people who should advocate for it most, because herd immunity.
I've had slow motion dreams before. Yeah, they're fucking weird. I've had black and white dreams before as well.
I was followed by a tornado once, but it did no damage. What did it like? Just go over you, or did it?
I want a friend to start following you.
He looks cool. It's this giant tornado wearing sunglasses. I live in California, the anti-vax capital of the world. Is it actually? Because oof.
A lot of woo people live there.
Oh man, I mean, yeah. At least California knows how to party. California knows how to party. In the city... No, I won't carry on, sorry.
Let's put it this way. I was vaccinated and I have the tism. That's a great way of calling it that.
Oh, right. I get it. The tism. Okay. Who's saying that and where?
Boss Tuber.
What's vaccinated? Oh, right. Yes, it's clearly related by a fact backed up by the science. Being a cystic fibrosis patient made it 50 times worse. Oof. Surprised you were at all. I mean, I guess it's when it comes to flu vaccines. Flu vaccines are like harder to, because usually you have to be more susceptible to the thing and get hurt by the thing.
It depends on the type of vaccine as well, because obviously there's different types of flu vaccines, but as far as I can tell, a lot of them don't use... they use, like, the actual virus in it, don't they?
I assume so.
Or, like, a weak or dead version, because they call it a live vaccine.
Yeah, if it's a live vaccine, it's a weakened or a especially with the more sort of consistent ones, a live vaccine is usually a genetically engineered version of the same thing that creates the same kind of antibodies, but doesn't do half the shit to you. I mean, when it comes to vaccinations and you're having side effects, a lot of the side effects of vaccinations are your immune system kicking up, because a lot of what makes you sniffly and bleary-eyed and itchy or whatever is your immune system fighting something. So when your immune system kicks up to make what it needs...
Well, that's the thing, though. It makes when your immune system kicks in, it's doing anything it can to make whatever it is evacuate your body. So it heats you up to make the body uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it makes you cough and sneeze and shit and all sorts.
With those things, it doesn't last anywhere near as long.
Yeah.
Like, usually barely as long. But yeah. I mean, they're really interesting. When you actually look in how they work, they're fascinating and very powerful. First time I became aware of anti-vax movement was once when Jenny McCarthy was on Oprah, I think. Oof. When you get someone like that going on something so mainstream as Oprah, especially, I don't know if Oprah was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Or if
I don't know if Oprah is anti-vax.
I fucking hope not, because she's very fucking influential. I doubt she would be. I feel like she has people who would be like...
She doesn't seem stupid.
I mean, she does promote stupid shit on her show, but I think that's mostly a money thing. Like, you get... what is it now? Like, I'm sure she's had some of that, like, shit books and shit other things that are fucking stupid, but also harmless.
Oh, there we go.
What's that?
Oprah's long history of junk science. And also, September 2019, Oprah suffered a vaccine-preventable illness, and now she's promoting vaccines.
Oh, so she was...
She was against the flu vaccine, I think. And then she got pneumonia, and then...
Went, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is beneficial to me. That's a fuck... I mean, it's good now, but it's a shame... When you're in that kind of position of being that much of a voice that people listen to, I do feel that you have a higher responsibility to be correct than anyone else, like just beyond reason to be correct kind of thing.
There's loads of stuff on it. Oprah's best and worst healthcare advice.
Yeah, I'm sure she's had great healthcare advice, and I'm sure she's had fucking shitty advice, because it's a show that's designed to make money, and people will go, oh, we'll pay you money to promote this, and she's like, okay, cool. And is that good? I don't know. Is Oprah even as big a thing anymore, or has the Ellen Show like taken that shit right over?
It depends.
Or are they about the same? I don't know.
I don't know. There's so many very similar talk show type things.
Yeah. We combated other viral infections quite easily. Flu, though, not a chance. That's why COVID-19 lockdown is now pointless. It has taken hold of the UK already. Okay. In this particular event, my entire right arm was swollen and felt like it was covered in burning napalm for days. Oof, and that was the 2 weeks from hell. Hot damn. I mean...
Literally.
I was going to say that I'm surprised I don't know if anybody has mentioned the actual stream picture. I didn't notice anybody mentioning it. It seems like the sort of thing that'd be like...
Probably.
Why is that?
A lot of comments.
True. Far too many. Stop talking.
Oprah has her own network. So she can basically do what she wants on it.
Yeah. I mean, she's a big deal. Oprah has her own channel I have not seen in a long time. Having plenty of scientific background, I too was perplexed. With your arm. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, from a scientific background, you probably understood that shit happens. That should be the fucking slogan of science. Shit happens. Why did this happen? We're not sure. Shit happens
Well,
sometimes.
it's like, well, we kind of know, but,
We have a reasonable idea why that specific thing happened, but at the same time, fuck knows. But most of the time, it shouldn't happen. Smallpox, for example, was eradicated globally in the 70s because of vaccines. Exactly. Vaccines are pretty fucking sick. Not to make it sound like I'm the one who invented them or anything, but cough, 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 cough. Oprah doesn't actually own anything with her name on. There were some management decisions that led to that outcome. Like I said, she's a brand more than anything else, and that's what happens when you get brand deals, is shit happens. I don't necessarily blame her, but I do think that she has a certain amount of responsibility to be correct if she can. But yeah. Could you make the picture Mrs. Six stepping on sick fuck next week?
What?
Stepping on sick fuck, what, like the word? Or like on me? We've already had... And we had me stepping on her, didn't we? I don't know if we've had you stepping on me.
I don't know.
But to be honest, her staring at my crotch, that was your idea.
Yeah. Mostly
because it's pretty accurate to reality. There's not a huge amount of time where she's not staring at my dick. Since Cessic is larger, I would expect the perspective to be so as she looks at his butt. She doesn't... She looks at my crotch, she grabs my butt. That's how that works. Apparently Steve the veteran is good at the sex.
Why do Brits say Z instead of Z?
Because we're correct.
I'm not going to say that.
And you're wrong. That's why it's called Dragon Ball Z. But it really ruins Rock the Dragon. Dragon, Rock the Dragon, Dragon Ball Z. American capitalism is what made Oprah what she is. Her audience tickets paid for those cards. I'm sure they do. And more than her audience ticket. Her audience tickets have got to be
apparently the reason...
They're either a fraction or they don't pay anything.
The reason we say Z is because of the Greek letter zeta.
Right.
And then the Old French is zeta. And then English is Z.
Yeah, so we're right. How about a Sick mask? As in a Rona mask? I'm not sure how that would work. Like unless it's the plastic face guard, but then you wouldn't be able to see through it because you've got a spray painted on Sick face. Brits refuse simplified English. Obviously, because we like to be right.
Because we are not six.
Yeah, that's my favourite, least charitable explanation. You can't trust the Americans because when they found out that people were finding the language difficult, instead of making education better, they made the language easier. I don't think that genuinely, but I do think it's funny. Speaking of funny, I need a piss.
Just trying to stop the girls from saying Americanisms, which is the harm.
Yeah, they don't. We don't really have TV in the house, so most of what they watch is American stuff when they watch something. That and Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, which is American voice actors.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I know it's sometimes English.
How isn't American?
Because they speak the Queen's English. Like I do. Oh my god, imagine a Yorkshire Queen. That'd be amazing. Hey up, love. How do?
It sounded like you want to boff the Queen.
I would want to boff the Queen. She's well old.
I shagged the Queen just to say I had.
Oh god.
I bet they can't hear me.
Yeah, I think the mic is actually picking you up. It's just really bad. If you need channel art type things, throw me a shout. If I'm not too swamped to buy other things.
As long as I don't have to pay.
As long as it's free. most British can't speak English, so they have to write it correct to communicate. Yeah, that way.
The English can't English. It's too hard. Everyone has to learn how to speak proper good like what I does.
Having a Yorkshire Queen would be amazing.
Having a Yorkshire Queen? How do you know she isn't secretly?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. Maybe she's just a really good voice
She's
actor.
like, one does have to... Oh, fucking hell, this fucking voice is driving me bloody balmy. People who spell laser can tell me what they think. Simulation. Stimulation? My American education taught me that. Steve the veteran speaks American. Does Steve communicate in anything other than references to himself? And I'm expecting an arrow pointing at him that just says no.
There was a music video that I watched, and at the beginning of it, and it's this guy in a restaurant, and a waitress comes up and says, on a scale of 1 to American, how free are you tonight? I was like, that's pretty good, actually.
Keep it up. Is that Mr. Meeseeks?
No, that is a dancing pear that is exercising.
Okay, it really looks like Mr. Meeseeks. But that might be because I can barely see it. And Potato. Wait, is it... Who was doing wallpaper? Was it Potato? Oh no, it wasn't Potato. It was someone else doing... Oh, the cat just came in. Would nominate Sir Sick and Lady Sick for York royalty.
Oh, Lady!
Yeah, she hates it. She's not called Lady Sick. She's called Mrs. Sick.
I'm sat here.
Even though we're not married. Yes, you sat here with your legs spread in front of the mic. That's going to turn someone on. Someone's going to factor that tonight.
My thighs are really
Probably
warm.
Boss Tuber, because he's a fucking degenerate. That's crazy laces. Been doing TS art for years just for the lols. I don't know what TS art is.
Terrible stream.
Right.
What else is it going to be?
I don't know. There is nothing else it could be, really. Dame sick. Try bitch face sick.
That works.
Fuck face.
Don't know. I don't know what it is. I'd rather be insulted.
She's not a fan of compliments.
I don't really like compliments.
And yet, if I say she looks fine, fucking hell,
That's not a compliment.
Yeah, and it's not an insult.
No, fine is neutral, and I don't like neutral ground.
So, Steve fapping now. Oh shit! I forgot what I was gonna say.
If you're the Queen of York, would you still want to be called Mrs.
Queen of York?
Yeah, Mrs. Queen.
Mrs. Queen of York. There you go. And I'll be Sir Queen of York. Oh. TS could mean transsexual, I guess.
Oh.
It could mean totally smoothies. Nothing but smoothies. Her Majesty the Queen of Sick. Which just sounds like she's the Queen of Vomit, I'll be honest. That's the problem with Sir Sick. It sounds good until you think about puke. And then that's all you can think about. But I don't mind. Oh, Cat, why are you doing fucking laps again? Oh, she's got the big eyes going on as well. Meow! Yeah?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
What? It was the cat. Can't believe she's got such a deep belch. Yeah? 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 Sometimes I really like it when she meows at me, and sometimes it drives me absolutely fucking bananas. Especially on the morning, because she won't stop yelling at me. It's like, "Meow." So what do you want? Meow. Oh, do you want some food? Meow. Yeah, like that, but constant. So it's probably quite...
Cat cam when?
Oh my god.
I do
like
take...
a pure cat cam. Like I do these streams with a cam, but just for the cat. I would totally do that. Yeah? Oh my god, she is purring and staring at me. Hey, baby?
I couldn't think of anything to say, so I thought I'd repeat the last thing I super chatted. Fanny!
See, you shouldn't have said all that other shit. You should have just put Fanny. Fucking hell, that would have caught me off guard. Well, thank you very much, dude. I always think of either sick or sickum. The first time someone spoke about me, they said, "Sir, spelling is correct." So, yeah, you just like it when I talk, don't you?
Yeah, she does.
Hey, baby.
When cats are silent, that's when you worry.
I don't know. I worry when she fucking does laps and she skitters. I fucking hate it when she skitters. She gets across the room in no seconds flat. Your favourite thing she does is probably the drum solo. When she's chasing something and she goes...
Oh, yeah. When
Yeah.
she's chasing and her paws just go...
Yeah. They're usually side to side to side to side. Because she's not sure where it's going to go. And it's...
I like trilling as well. That's one of the ones I like.
I do miss when she had lady balls. Because it was very cute when she would go crazy on the trill. Sticking her ass in the air. Desperate for the cock. But it'd be really cute and adorable and kind of funny until we needed to sleep and then we had to kick her out.
My cat, if you look at her, she has some auto mode and that goes meow in the cutest way. Silent cats are scary, especially with a sly eye in you.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. When you die, I'm gonna eat for weeks. Fanny is the opposite in America, Andy. Yeah. Fanny means vagina. And Steve is finished. So that's good to know.
Well, that was...
Like I just remembered he was fapping.
That was quick.
That was a quick fap. Oh god, the 5 minute fap. How I wish that was a possibility. This is the first time I've caught a stream. Are people normally this drunk, lol? It may be 7 a.m, but you twisted my arm into join the drinking. Good lad. But
like it's 5 p.m. somewhere.
yeah, it's slightly past 12 somewhere. 7 a.m. somewhere. Are people normally this drunk? Depends.
I'm not drunk.
But this is a terrible stream for terrible...
I'm not drinking.
I know you're not drinking. It's weird.
No, it's only because when I was doing D&D, I had a lot to drink.
Oh yeah, you got shit-faced last night.
Not last night,
The night before. You got shit-faced the other day.
Yeah.
It's fun though. Got to talk shit with your friends and
The Germans.
yeah. Weren't they both sober as well?
Yeah.
Assholes.
Cookie doesn't drink, so...
Yeah. And he didn't have any very, very German craft beer on hand.
He was DMing, so he can't be drunk.
Yeah, you can. Fucking loser. Lame. Again, Sick, you could have talked to me. I had a solution to her problem without her getting pregnant or sniped. Okay, I'm confused by that entire sentence.
Snipped, probably.
Oh, right, the cat. Well, I wasn't going to eat my cat then. I had noodles. I'm sober. I'm drinking dandelion and burdock pop.
Oh my god, not had that in years.
You like that shite as well.
That was really nice.
Oh, not a fan. Not a fucking fan. Sir Sick, King of the Catlands and Slayer of the Woo with his queen, Lady Sick. People are going to have to start paying to...
Yeah, we're playing 5e. I did start out on 3.5, but we skipped 4 because that's just shite.
I bet I'd be an amazing drunk DM.
But yeah, we're on 5e, which is okay.
You wouldn't get your rolls right, but you would get me drunk.
anytime somebody gets a natural 20, you drink, and then once you start going, you're like, and they're like, oh, I got a 12, and you're like, yay! And you just drink anyway.
That was the thing I was thinking of doing, actually, was recording a script, and every time I fuck up, to take a shot, to have like a script that was appropriate for that, because I make a lot of mistakes when I'm recording, and I was just thinking, you're saying about that, basically a drinking game. Do people do that every time someone gets a natural 20? Everybody drink?
No, but probably. Or when, if they get a 1.
I'm not saying that you did that.
With 1 being a critical fail, then they have to drink.
Well, if you get either critical, I think if you get a 1 or a 20, that's probably unusual enough. How many critical fails or hits do you tend to get in a match?
Oh God, barely any.
Yeah, so there you go. You'd have to have both.
It's very unusual.
Until you start getting shitloads of them in a row.
There's always somebody who does crit at least once a game, but getting more than 1 is like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm sure there was a whole story about someone who just kept getting criticals on...
Yeah, I watched...
critical hits and then critical fails at the right moment, and they ended up in a relationship with an orc. Because they went to hit them, and instead they ended up cuddling because they both got critical fails. Not the hydric acid, it's dangerous. I'm not sure what hydric acid is, but yeah. I've played a crit 1d20 D&D game. Does that mean anything?
I played a crit 1_20 D&D game. I think
I know what they mean.
I'm not sure. Like, I just like playing. I'm not really massive on the rules.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Which
really
is why
know.
everybody dies in.
Like, I only recently just learned about min-maxing. So.
I mean, you should have known about min-maxing in general.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was called. And there's also murder hobo, which I call as well.
Murder hobo.
Murder hobo. Someone who plays chaotic evil a lot.
All right. Is that a person or is that literal...
It's usually a person who's playing to be an arsehole.
I guess because
and then saying, oh, it's my character though.
Yeah. Well, the one that drives you mad is someone who they'll play and then they'll just using the fucking... Because you use Roll20 to play online. And then they'll just like... in a dark place and they don't have dark vision, but they'll go around the map trying to figure out where everything is by placing their token everywhere to take the piss. And that is a real piss take.
It's just power gaming. It's just getting across the entire map so you know
like,
where
even if you're not into D&D at all, I can imagine that even the most basic person who's explained to this thing, a game where you play together to make interesting characters and have interesting interactions and occasionally fight goblins or some shit. Playing it to win is playing it wrong. And there are some people who will just make the strongest possible characters they can and they think that's how to play. It's like... And they'll cheat as often as they can.
When it's... I think I guess one of the other things that really annoys me is people who are rules lawyers, or is it lawyer ruler? I can't remember. I can't remember all the fucking names. Somebody who's always by the book.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's the DM at the DM's discretion.
Mm.
So if a player starts whinging about the rules and this doesn't work because of the rules, well, it's the DM's discretion. It's their game. They can do what the fuck they want. They're God.
Oh, what? Your character just died from a heart attack. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's weirdly appropriate. You know what sucks? I'm 36 and I've had open heart surgery. If you ever need a reason not to use IV drugs, there's a good one. Fucking hell. I know that sounds random, but I was just having bad chest pain and was playing Is It a Heart Attack or Indigestion? Fucking hell, dude. Yeah. I'd say I'm glad. The strongest thing I've ever done was probably ecstasy literally once, and I've smoked pot a few times.
I would like to be around a table with my friends playing it. That would be way better, but got one is in Scandinavia.
Basically, she doesn't have any friends.
One is in Germany, one is down the country, so and then
Let's put it this way. If you couldn't play with people that way, would you not play at all? Or do you think it's the substitute that works for people who play online? And they've got essentially a table and they're all talking to each other. The only difference is that you can't throw fucking popcorn in each other's faces. Which, to be fair, is a big problem. But, I mean, to be fair, once VR becomes a bigger deal than it currently is, you've got fucking Tabletop Simulator that we've got 2 copies of already.
Sorry. A warlock whose patron is a player. That's amazing.
I don't get it.
Warlocks have a patron that gives them their magical abilities. It's usually someone who is a Dark Lord.
Okay.
So I like the idea that you can use yourself as your own...
Okay.
as your character's patron.
I would use one of the other players as my patron because I think that would be funnier.
Yeah, that's pretty good as well.
Because that means that you're not 100% sure what they're going to say. So they're probably either going to fuck you or they're going to do something amusing. Because
half gamers argue about the rules, half of gamers never read the rules. Unfortunately, it's the same.
Sounds about right. That sounds about right for literally everything. The worst game in the world is Monopoly because everyone thinks that they know how to play it, and about
I would like to play with my
10% of them are right.
I would like for all of us to get together and do it, but we're all over different countries, so it just doesn't work. I can't expect everybody to just travel to my house from multiple different countries across Europe and in America as well. Just,
I imagine that if you started one way, I bet if you've started by playing online, it's probably a bit better to play in person, but it's like, yeah, but online is fine. But I reckon if you... Because it's one of those things about human sort of minds, is that if you give them a slight benefit, they're like, eh. But if you give them... They'll notice it and they'll be like appreciative of it. But if you take it away, they think that it's fucking garbage and is the shittest way to do anything ever. But from the looks of it, it works really well when they play online. And yeah, of course it's not the same. But...
It's the only way I've played D&D properly. So I've never played offline. I would like to, but...
Well, the closest you've come to that is you had me do a thing.
It helps as well, though, because with being quite a socially awkward person, when I'm in front of people that I've never met before, I don't talk to people. I'm dead quiet. So going to a place where you're supposed to be social,
to be
it's
fair,
just not going to work.
You wouldn't play D&D with people that you didn't know just out of the blue. Like you specifically. Some people might. But you would spend time getting to know them before you started doing stuff. Although social distancing, it's hard to do it full stop. So while these people are here playing D&D online, you're like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I'll just sit here, drink in the dark.
No
offense.
The only the local group that I have found, which is active, is in the next city over. And it takes like an hour and a half to get there by travel. And then they meet up in one of the local D&D stores. But places are limited. They only do it up to 8 players. So as soon as they start a campaign, that's it.
It's filled.
That campaign could go on for over a year. So it's as soon as they start up a new campaign, and it gets filled instantly.
See, that's really dumb because I reckon you could probably make a pub.
I use through Discord and Roll20.
I imagine that it might not work, but I bet you could make a pub that was, now forget Rona exists, obviously, but if you had a pub where you had like rooms, soundproof rooms for people to play D&D, and then like just a bar that everyone could access, I reckon that would be an excellent way, and people would turn up to those. And there's like a whole thing with Manabar, and you'd have like gaming stations and shit like that. I think that would be a pretty cool way of doing it. I think there's a very, very underserved gaming market, and that unfortunately no one quite knows exactly how to get them to go to places. And the other problem with most and all sorts of gaming things is that when you mix alcohol with it, as much fun as it can be, is that there's always one. There's always one person who's a complete dickhead, and he breaks the VR setup, and he smashes a controller, and he falls over drunk and pukes onto someone's fucking game, and then you have to have them murdered. I mean, kicked out.
Like, I would invite people to play with our D&D group, but we've already just started Curse of Strahd, so we're full up. It's just, yeah, there's other people that have asked me about it as well, since they know that I play D&D, and like, oh, can I join your D&D group? I went, well, it's a bit difficult because we don't want to put so many players in it because it's just really hard to control.
The other thing is that you can play multiple games, but you've tried that and it gets fucking confusing. Not necessarily confusing, but
playing one campaign 1 week and then one the next is manageable.
Yeah.
But when you've got like,
you had a time when you had like three campaigns a week.
We had like 3 campaigns going, 3 different campaigns, very, very separate. We had Witcher, we had a D&D Wizard of the Coast style go on. I think it was Out of the Abyss that we were doing. And then we had a Fallout one going as well. So very different genres, and we just kept forgetting what we were doing.
Yeah.
Because we have to like do 1 week, and then the next week we do a different one, and the next week we do a different one, and then you got to include when people can't turn up, and yeah, and it just doesn't work. So we're trying to make it as minimum as possible. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but on that kind of downer note, we're nearly 2 hours in. Fucking hell. Okay. I just noticed it was coming up on the hour, but. Yeah, I think we'll go now. You've had a 2-hour stream, you lucky people. I might play some pistol whip before bed. Do a bit of exercise. That sounds quite good.
Well, I had a bath. I don't want to get all sweaty again.
And you don't want to play after me because
I'll just no. It's like a freaking face full of wet.
Yeah, but that game is fucking good. Pistol whip. Thinking about songs that could go into it.
Oh god, running 6 different no.
Oh, that sounds fucking awful. Like, I don't even want to join one campaign because I don't like making myself what's the word I'm looking for? I don't like being the reason that someone's night is ruined, because I know that I'm not going to be able to do it sometimes, and I just don't want to be that. So if I don't join in at all, then I can't fuck up anyone's night. And also it just, as many of you know, I'm a very anxious person, and so I don't like being kowtowed to anything. So yeah, I don't know. But, okay, no pub for you on Saturday. There hasn't been pub for me in fucking months. Oh, I really do miss the pub. As much, I don't even give a shit about pubs, but there's just something about going to the pub every now and again. It feels like I'm doing something I shouldn't. Somehow. Don't know. It always feels like an escape. But, yeah. One video this week, which, depending on exactly how that goes, because it's definitely been hurting my numbers, but not my head. So if it hurts my numbers again, I might have to bump back up to 2 videos a week because YouTube hates me. But if it's stable, then that's fine. And yeah, we'll see. But it should be a good video this week. I hope so. But other than that, I think we're going to call this an evening. And yeah. So thank you all for coming. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with you. So Sick, buy a few pints. Mrs. Sick, grab a glass of something. Love the stream. Love you guys as well.
Milk.
Nosta from Wales.
Thank you.
I'm surprised he didn't spend more gibberish at us. Send. Yeah. Thanks very much for coming, and we will see you next time.
Good night.